Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about how I care for my Tolumnias. Now I was asked how I care for my Tolumnias, but I figured it would be really nice and easier if I just made a video on how I care for my Tolumnias. So I have 3 Tolumnias so far and I love them all. I really hope to get more in the future, but I have them growing in 2 different types. So I have this one in a clay pot, and it has very, well, I wouldn't say very large, but larger chunks of bark for this plant, and it's very kind of loosely packed in there. It has roots going everywhere in this pot, and you can see there's a spike here, and a spike right there behind it, and then also over here is another spike. So I do have 3 spikes on this plant. I've had this plant for, I'm going to say about 1.5 years now. And I'm not going to say I'm any expert on Tolumnias. I just want to give you my care for them. So I have that way potted, and then I'm also watering today. But right here, this is another way how I water. This is another way how it's potted. And they were given to me like this. But it has barely any medium in this pot. Maybe a couple pieces of charcoal and bark. But that's it. And that's just, it just hangs there. And I water it like this. I just stick it down in there and leave it in there for a couple of hours while I water my other plants, and then once I'm done watering my other plants, I'll stick them back up on the hanger. So these hang in my kitchen window. Both of them hang in my kitchen window, and it's the same side of the house that my bedroom window's on, where this one sits, which is like a southern exposure, like I've said before. And then for the ones that are hanging, I water them. I let them soak in water for twice a week in the winter, because that's all I've had the hanging ones for right now. I've just had them this winter, and I'll quickly, like one or two other times, I'll just run them under water real quick and then hang them back up. Now this one I water once a week and then mist halfway through the watering. It stays on the dry side, but they really like to be watered, but they like to dry out fast. So that's why I chose a clay pot. But most people mount these, and I do believe they probably do a lot better just mount it. But I have evidence that obviously they can be potted as well. You just have to make sure that you have a clay pot and have large medium in there. Now when I first repotted this, it killed all of its roots. All the old roots just died. But it took a little while, but finally it started growing all these roots, and I have roots wrapped around the pot. So that's really nice. So it's done a lot better for me after I repotted it, but in no means does it like being repotted. Now the sunlight, like I've said, it's in like an almost southern exposure, and then watering, I've already told you how I water. And then fertilize, I just fertilize them whenever I fertilize my other plants. In the summertime, I fertilize about 3 times in a row, and then I'll flush it out once or twice really well, and then do it again. In the wintertime, I only water I fertilize once a month, and the rest of the time I water. So they just get a little fertilizer every once in a while in the winter. And then now, with the sun being out longer and we're having longer days, I am watering them probably about twice a week, and then fertilizing on the 3rd week, and then do the same thing. and then in a couple more weeks I'll water and fertilize every other week. So we're starting to get that rapid growth and development. But that's how I grow my Tolumnias. And if you have any other questions, leave a comment down below. And if you would like, for any of my other orchids, if you would like me to make a cultural video on how I do it, leave a comment down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it gave you more information on how to grow Tolumnias. But this is just my idea. But, alright guys, that's all I have for you today, and I hope you have a great rest of the day and a great week ahead. Alright, bye guys. See you next time.